Hi everybody, it's Sarah Damon here and I'm the resident play expert for Rose Rainbow, and today I'm here to talk to you all about activities you can be doing with your children over the summer holidays. Now we're kind of at the midway point here in the summer holidays, so a couple of things can happen. It can be challenging to come up with inspiration for fun things to do, but it can also be challenging when you've got children of two differing ages to come up with something that's going to suit the both of them. And that's because whilst in terms of years they might not be that far apart, where they are in their development in terms of months is absolutely vast. So I'm going to give you some activities today that you can use for older and younger children. I'm going to share 3 of them here with you, but if you want more, I've written a blog about this and you can head to our website and check out the blog for more activities. So first up is a nature hunt. Now, hopefully we can be enjoying more time outside in the summer holidays, which is so important for our children's development. And actually, when they're at school or perhaps at a nursery setting, it might not be something that they get to do as much as we would like them to. So this is a brilliant opportunity to do that. Now, a nature hunt is great for older children. You can set this up for them by creating a little checklist, giving them a clipboard and a pencil, even setting them a timer, so there's a bit of challenge involved, so that they could perhaps find a certain number of ants in 1 minute. But for our younger children, to get them involved in this too, the best way that we can do this is just simply provide an area and opportunities for exploration. So a great way to do this is by having perhaps a tray and some mud and some sand and then some resources separately on the side that your children can choose and add to. And that is the key really in keeping children sustained for a longer period of time in the activity of their choosing. So some great things to use are sticks, are watering cans, are even some magnifying glasses so they could explore themselves and perhaps find some bugs. And your older children might even like to bring over the bugs that they found and add them to this little habitat. Our nesting babies are brilliant for filling up and emptying, and children of all ages really get a lot from that. You could even catch the bugs in one of the cups of our nesting baby. So there's a way that you can use one of our resources with this activity. Moving on to water play. Now, when we can set up the garden with the paddling pool for the day, it's the absolute dream, isn't it? And why this works so well is because water is so open-ended. There is no one set way to play with water, and it really does work for children of all ages. But there are some ways that you can introduce learning for your children as well through this kind of play. So for our older children, using water is an amazing way to teach them about capacity. So having lots of different sized containers is fantastic for that. It's great also to teach them about floating and sinking. So you could collect some household resources, pop them in a tray and just see which ones float and which ones sink. And sometimes that's quite surprising. Sometimes we don't even know as adults, so you can explore with your children together. And with your younger children, they are learning so much from even, babies watching older children doing this. So they are able to observe and absorb all of that learning. Watching things being dropped helps with hand-eye coordination, for example. But your younger children will also be learning so much about texture, about temperature. And there are so many different sounds that can be created with water as well, whether that be a drip or a plop. We can be introducing that to our very youngest children and our older children too. So fingers crossed for some sunny days for us, and we can have that kind of play. And the other thing that you can be doing, if like many people in the UK, you've tried to book a staycation this year and it just hasn't happened, you are certainly not alone. But that doesn't mean that we can't bring an element of holiday to our gardens. So if you already have a tent, set it up in your garden. In fact, going camping for children, one of the best things about doing that is being in a tent, playing in a tent. So that's something that you could set up in the garden, get the beds out, get the sleeping bags out, and just allow your children to role play, explore, have fun. But if you don't have a tent, there is still so much fun to be had by getting an old sheet, putting it over a table and bringing things into your made up den. So you could be adding things like blankets, cushions. Books are fantastic because it might encourage older children to read a bedtime story to younger children or vice versa. And I would really think about the kind of books that you add to your den, because children are usually, when dens are involved, very excited. So you don't want anything that's too delicate, that might get ripped easily. Board books are absolutely perfect for this. We have a gorgeous one here at Rosa and Bow, and it's really simple, so perfect for older children to read to younger children. But also younger children will be able to sustain their attention through this simple book. I also cannot have a pretend camping day without toasting some marshmallows and having some hot chocolate. So that's something you could do to make things a bit extra special and really fun. And frankly, who doesn't love a hot chocolate around a campfire? So we really hope that you're having a fabulous summer and that these activities are really helpful to you and your children to just keep on having fun. Send us any pictures that you take of you doing these kinds of activities. We'd love to see them. Any questions you've got, just drop them in the comments. And like I said at the start, if you would like more, head to the link in our bio, go to our website, and you'll be able to read the full blog with even more ideas. Bye for now.